Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 6, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." This is part 4 of 9 in our Beatitudes series. The Beatitudes are laid out in the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus describes the character and behavior of those who are blessed. In verse 6, Jesus declares that those who hunger and thirst for righteousness will be satisfied. What is righteousness? In Greek, righteousness is often translated as justice, and justice is a synonym of righteousness. Those who hunger and thirst for righteousness are those who strive to live in a way that is morally right according to God. That means you're thinking and doing the right thing, even when everyone else is thinking and doing the exact opposite. Even though it may be difficult, sometimes it might even feel impossible, those who are committed to doing what is right and being fair will find a sense of fulfillment and peace, which is a blessing from God. Let's look at a couple of examples of people who were hungry and thirsty for righteousness and were blessed by God. Abraham is considered the father of faith in the Bible, and he had a strong desire to follow God's will, even when it looked like it was impossible. God promised him that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Abraham had to wait a very long time, but he was blessed with a son, Isaac, when he and his wife was very, very old. So old that everyone thought it was impossible to have a baby at that age. Abraham trusted God and believed that God would keep his promise to him. Another example is Daniel. Daniel was an exile in Babylon. An exile is someone who is forced to live away from his own country. Daniel was known for his wisdom, integrity, and a desire to please God. His faith was tested many times, and every time he remained faithful to God. As a result, God blessed him with protection, guidance, and wisdom. One example was when Daniel was thrown into a lion's den. It was during the time of King Darius. Some of the king's officials were jealous of Daniel, so they tried to use Daniel's faith in God against him. The officials tricked King Darius into declaring a 30-day decree and order. Anyone who prayed to another god or another man other than King Darius would be thrown into the lion's den. Daniel knew about this, but he continued to do what he had done his entire life. He went to his room, he knelt down, faced Jerusalem, and prayed to God. The officials caught him disobeying the king's decree and brought Daniel to King Darius. King Darius, though he did not want to, had Daniel thrown into the lion's den. He was in the lion's den all night. and the lions were very hungry. But as soon as the sun came up, King Darius ran to the lion's den and asked if Daniel was okay. This is what Daniel said, according to the book of Daniel, chapter 6, verse 22. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king. Righteousness is what is morally, ethically right, according to God's standards. If we live a life that is morally right, according to God's perfect standards, Jesus says that we will be satisfied. And this satisfaction means we will be spiritually fulfilled, a blessing from God.